Okay, so if you want to break into the games industry, here's 5 great pieces of software you should learn. First one, Blender. Blender is a free to use program. A lot of the indie studios are now using it because you don't have to pay Adobe, you don't have to pay Autodesk anything, you don't have to pay Adobe anything, and you can get it free on Steam. It is great if you're a modeler and you want to get some sculpting program, because there is a sculpting program in there. If you're a games designer, it's great if you can just basically level block everything out, just see if it works. Also, if you're an animator, you can create animations, you can create rigs, and you can customize them in there as well. It is also, like I said, free on Steam. The second great piece of software is Photoshop. There's some substitutes you can use, so there's some things like Affinity Designer, which you can get from, I believe it's now Canva who's bought it out. This software, well, Photoshop and Affinity Designer is great if you want to do concept art, if you want to build any like sketches. It's also nice if you want to just try to draw what your idea is going to look like as well, like level design. The third piece of software is Substance Painter and Designer. Substance Painter and Designer, this is the program where you all texture your characters, or if you're going to be texturing, well, it's not texturing, it's painting, because you can actually paint on the 3D model. One of the nice things you can do is you can paint on the high poly model and then render it down onto a low poly model, which means you don't lose detailing. The third piece of software is ZBrush. This is kind of one of the more defaults if you want to get into the high-end indie scene or the AAA. ZBrush is used across like films, games, TV every so often, and trust me, if you get any ZBrush experience, it is great. Slight downside, it is currently owned by Maximo, and you do have to pay a expensive subscription. But like I mentioned, if you don't want to pay that, what you can do is you can use the Blender version. It's not as good as ZBrush, but it's free. And lastly and finally, depending on where your background comes from, my personal background is games animation, but I'm also a self-taught programmer. My personal game engine choice is Unity. However, if you're just coming out of university, because I know a lot of these universities in the UK, you will probably know more Unreal. And if you know Unreal, you can start building games very quickly, and they do look pretty. However, I always personally use Unity because I can code everything if I need to, and it's always good practice to know code. If you guys want to get more advice, don't forget to hit the plus sign or hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.